Hi there. Come on in. Take a seat, get comfortable. It's nice to meet you. And how are you today? Well, don't be nervous. I know that sometimes interviews can be a little worrying, a little nervy, but don't worry. It's all going to be fine. Between you and me, I'm 90% sure that you're going to get this job, so don't worry about it. But I have to go through the questions I've been given, my list here, as I am quite well known for going off here, there and everywhere. What I'll do is, when you give your answers, tap them into the computer or scribble down some notes so they can go straight off to HR. Okay? Would you like some water? It's nice and cold. I'll put it there for you. There's more if you want it, you can help yourself. Okay. So, ready? Okay, great. So begin by telling me a little bit more about yourself. Okay. That must have come in handy finding us, right? People can often find the building with no problems, but then finding us is sometimes half the battle. So, well done. Fantastic. Great. Tell me why I should hire you. It's a big question. You can take a moment to think about it. Okay. I like that answer. You're doing very well. We're only 2 questions in. What makes you unique? I like unique here, and I like to employ unique people. It is one of the reasons I asked you in today, but I'd love to hear in your own words what makes you fabulously unique. Okay. Sometimes people find that question difficult. We can easily talk about what we like to improve about ourselves and things like that, but often we ignore reasons that we are already quite brilliant. So thank you for answering that one. So what makes you want to work for this company specifically? What makes you want to come and work with me? I like honest answers, I prefer them. Yeah, I think so too. Honesty is a great quality. And we do prize it here, so. What interests you about this job? So we know why here, why us. What about the job in particular? There are aspects of that, yes. Okay. That is part of what makes the job great, yes. Great. So, an important question now. What type of work environment do you prefer? So you can take a look around the office here, see how it's set up. Is it something, do you like open plan, small offices, larger areas to work in small groups, in large groups, mainly on your own? What kind of environment suits you the best? What could we provide for you so that you enjoy your work environment? That's true, it can change. Thank you. That was more about how we can help you rather than fitting in. We're not so much interested with where can you fit in. We're more about how can we accommodate you to get the very best from you. Because at the end of the day, if you're happy in your environment, if you're happy with what you're doing, you'll enjoy your work. And if you're enjoying it, everybody's happy. You're happy, I'm happy, it works. So that's what we're after. Okay. Forget about this job for 1 second. Completely forget about it. And tell me, what is your dream job? If you could have any job in the world, what would it be? Interestingly, people very rarely have to think for a long time with that one. Everybody knows what they would love to do, given the chance. Well, that's not this job, is it? But I don't mind that. I've never had anybody come through the door and describe this job. However, it's good to keep it in the back of your mind, and hey, maybe one day you can work towards it. Maybe one day you can achieve it. Because sometimes all you have to do is take the first step. And if you were to work here, we'd be absolutely behind you in chasing those dreams. That's a very exciting job. So, what motivates you? What makes you get up and out of bed in the morning? What excites you? And it's okay to answer honestly on this one. Different things motivate different people. I love the honesty in this. You can often tell when somebody is giving you those answers that they think they want you to hear. And whilst that's great, when they leave here, I have no idea who they are. Whereas I think I'm getting to know you a little better as time goes on. And I think you're a very interesting, very lovely person. That 90% is shooting up, minute to minute. It's all I can do to carry on through this list rather than offer you the job here and now. But again, I have my list. So, what would you say are your greatest strengths? Standard interview question, that one. What are your greatest strengths? I would add honest to that list, and I would also add very personable. You're very likeable. Greatest strength is always a tricky one. It's a bit like that first question. When we come to sell ourselves, sometimes we can find it very, very difficult, when actually it should be the easiest thing in the world. You gave me a short list there, and actually it could be a lot longer. Don't sell yourself short. So, on the flip side of that, and keep this list very short, any weaknesses? Okay. Okay. It can be very important to be aware of our weaknesses, and that awareness can help us to turn them into strengths. It's when people have no awareness of them, don't think they have weaknesses or give ridiculous answers, that it's worrying. But At the end of the day, we're only human, and we all have our weaknesses. But good answers. What are your goals for the future? Now, this doesn't have to be work specific, it doesn't have to be specific to here. Just any goals that you have for the future. Wow, okay. Well, if you come to work here, I would definitely like to help with those. Another standard interview question. Where do you think you'll be in 5 years' time? People always come prepared with that one. Standard question. So, in your last job, what did you enjoy the most about it? I think the people can make or break a job. Yes, and I think it's very important that the boss is fair. Decisions might not always go your way, but it should always be fair. So what did you like least about your last position? I had to think about how to spell that then. It won't always go your way, that's right. Absolutely. It is a strength to know when it's time to move on. What is your greatest accomplishment? This doesn't have to be work related again. You sound like you have a very interesting life, so any accomplishments that you can think of either in or outside of work, I'd love to hear about it. Okay. Tell me some more about that. That's amazing. That's amazing. If you need some time to think about this next one, that's absolutely fine. How do you define success? I love that question because I get lots and lots of different answers. It will often give me a glimpse into how you define yourself, whether you define yourself by your work, by your home life, by your friends, by your family, by your hobbies. It can tell me so much about you. And I'm really pleased that you gave the answer that you did. Brass tacks. What are your salary expectations for this job? When you discuss this at interview, always aim high. I am telling you now, you are worth more than that. Salary here would be higher than that. What are you passionate about? And again, this can be in work, outside of work, wherever. Yes. Okay. Another great answer. And finally, do you have any questions for me? Okay. Well, everything here is very negotiable because, as I said earlier, we like our employees to be happy employees, which means that it isn't your standard 9 to 5. We negotiate hours, we negotiate days, we negotiate the environment that you're in, the teams who you work with, whether you're working on your own in groups, things like that. There's all sorts to be discussed. And if I'm honest, I'd like to discuss them now because if you're up for it, I'd absolutely love to offer you the job here and now. What do you think? Great. You will be an absolutely perfect fit here. What I'd like you to do is think carefully about it. Okay, you don't have to do anything now, sign anything now, anything like that. But from my point of view, I'd absolutely love for you to join us. Would you like to meet the team? I think they'd love to meet you. I think you'll fit in so well with them. They're a really lovely bunch. Get to know me a little better, of course. And we'll pop in to see HR and grab all that paperwork because, you know, these things can sometimes take a little bit of time. If it was up to me, you'd start right here, right now. These answers that you have given are amazing, and you sound like such an interesting, wonderful person. I cannot wait to get to know you better. Thank you for coming in today. Thanks for finding us, as I say, it is quite tricky. I will send this off now, but I think you should come and meet everyone and say hello. What do you think? Great. Grab your things. Let's go.